Your own thoughts create anxiety. And if you stay with me for just a couple of minutes, I'm going to prove it to you. My name is Graham McDowell, and I'm a mindfulness coach and a solution-focused hypnotherapist and psychotherapist and a specialist in mental well-being. And I've helped hundreds of people over the last 10 years or more to understand anxiety and to overcome anxiety and to live much fuller, happier, freer lives without the burden of anxiety being a daily part of their existence anymore. Now, I just want to run a little experiment with you in a minute, okay? But before I do that, I want to offer you something. I've just completed creating a brand new on-demand course called Transforming Anxiety, and for a limited time, I'm going to give it away free of charge. So all you've got to do is stay to the end of this video, and then I'll give you a link to that. So it's a complete course, Transforming Anxiety, get it free at the end. Now, here's the little experiment I want to run with you. I want you right now just to pause anything else that you're doing and to pay attention to this. And I want you to check in with how you're feeling in this now moment on a scale of 0 to 10 in terms of anxiety. So 0 is no anxiety at all, 10 is as bad anxiety as you can imagine. So just check in now, what number are you? And then either write that number down or make sure you remember it, because we're going to need that at the end. Okay, next thing I want you to do is I want you to think about something stressful in your life, something that's happened in the past or something that's happening now that's difficult, that's stressful. So do that now. Just allow yourself to think about it for a minute. Things that you'd normally worry about. Give that a few seconds. And now I want you to check in again. That thing that you're now thinking about, worrying about, look at this scale of anxiety from 0 to 10. What is it now? Remember, 0 is now anxiety, 10 is as bad as you can imagine. What's the number now? Now I want you to remember that number or write it down. Again, we're going to need it later. We had the first number, now we've got the second number. Third thing, I want you now to just let go of that previous thought, that worry. And I want you to remember a moment in your life that was really great, that was fun, that was wonderful. Anything you like, but preferably something that's got no negative attachments with it. So sometimes that you felt really proud or really happy, something great was going on. Now, if you can't think of anything that was that good, then try and imagine something. If something that you really want happened, how would that feel? So either one of those, dive into it, close your eyes and just imagine or remember that wonderful moment, where you were, who you were with, what you were wearing, what the weather was like, and then try and step into those shoes of that experience and really feel how it felt in that moment. Again, I'll give you a few seconds to do this, there's no rush. And I want you again to pay attention now to how it's feeling in your body now, in your mind. And give that a number. 0 is no anxiety, 10 is as bad as you can imagine. You've now got 3 numbers. Starting number, second number when you thought about things that were stressful, third number when you thought about things that were good. Now my guess is, if you were imagining properly, that the second number went up, perhaps by quite a lot, and the third number went down, perhaps by quite a lot. And that, my friend, is because your brain cannot tell the difference between real life and imagination. You just created anxiety, probably with the second number, worry, fear, sense of discomfort. Now, your environment didn't change. Nothing material changed in your world. You're just here talking to me on your phone or computer, or wherever you are. And you changed your state. You felt worse, and then you felt better by what you were thinking. Because again, your brain cannot tell the difference between real life and imagination. So when you think about bad things, when you think about worrisome things, so if you look at the things that cause you anxiety, what do? You think about them a lot. Whether it's money or work or relationships or your health or family, whatever it is, you think about them a lot, don't you? So let's say that something bad happens once, whatever the bad thing is in your life. And there might be multiple bad things, but just pick one bad thing. So it happens once, let's say. But how many times do you think about it? 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times, maybe more. And your brain can't tell the difference between what's happening in real life and what you're imagining, because you've just proved that, because you made yourself feel worse and you made yourself feel better. Just through thought alone. Okay? So it's so important to get this. Now, if you then look at the patterns that you have in your life and how anxious that you feel about things, you'll notice it's directly related to how much you think and the type of thoughts that you have. Now, this isn't new. It was 2,600 years ago that the guy that we now call Buddha stated that the untrained human mind was as if filled with drunken monkeys jumping from branch to branch, screeching and hollering, with the fear monkey being the loudest, pointing out all the things that you should worry about. That was 2,600 years ago, he worked that out. But now it's way worse because we've got way more content coming in, way more data coming in, way more things happening every moment of the day, which means your brain's got way more things to worry about. The monkeys are jumping and screeching even more because that's the thoughts jumping around all the time. The monkeys jumping around is like you jumping on different thoughts. But the key thing in what Buddha said was the untrained human mind. So what he's meaning by that is if you leave your mind untrained, it's going to jump all over the place and screech and howl and worry about everything. But you can train your mind in the same way that you can train a puppy to behave, you can train your mind to behave. That's something that you can do, something that everybody can do. Most people don't do it and won't do it. Why? Because it takes responsibility and it takes discipline. Two words that people don't like very much. But here's the thing. I mentioned at the beginning the name of this video, The Truth About Anxiety. So after many years of clinical experience and working with hundreds and hundreds of people, the truth about anxiety, it's an inside job. It's not the outside world. Your mind believes it's the outside world. Your mind tells you it's the outside world. I'm anxious because of what he's doing or what she's doing or what the government's doing or whatever. That's what the mind justifies, but it isn't true. You've just proven it. You can change how you feel by changing how you think. Now, some of you are going to be disagreeing with this, and that's fine. But what I can promise is what I'm talking about works, okay? And just to prove that it works, here's a few little words from a few people that have worked with me and that have had the results of going from being completely consumed by anxiety to not.
Everything started with me not feeling comfortable with my life, and then with my mindset. I was mostly worried, having anxiety, thinking about the past, thinking about the future, making plans. And then after meet with him, all the sessions that we gone through, we were able to identify the ego. And after we identified the ego with the daily practices, I was able to control it, fade it. And then that gave me the peace to my mind.
For me, I had never really been to any kind of therapy of any type before, so I didn't quite know what to expect, and I definitely was a little bit reticent to start. But with Graham, the first thing that just sort of broke down barriers was his amazing ability to explain to me in ways that I could really understand what was going on with my thinking and in my brain. The lovely thing about Graham too is that I keep in touch with him still. So if I need anything, one-off sessions, top-ups, anything like that, he's always available and always there. So really do not hesitate to work with Graham. He is a phenomenal person.
I was suffering with severe cases of anxiety to a point where I genuinely didn't know what was going on. And I can honestly say, from day one, it's completely changed my life. It really has. And anybody that is thinking about going on to this course and using Graham, don't think twice. I promise you, do not think twice. Like I said, Graham is the most amazing person, and you will become brilliant friends with him along the way, and he will literally give you every tool that you need.
So, if you want to end up feeling about your life and experiencing life the way that the people in those success stories did, here's my offer for you. I've got a brand new course called Transforming Anxiety. For a limited time, it's completely free of charge. You don't have to use a credit card. It's free of charge for life. There's no tricks. I'm just offering it to you. So all you've got to do is this. The only thing I'd ask is this. I want you to put a comment in the section below about what your 3 numbers were. So get those 3 numbers, put them down in the comments below, and then down there you'll find a link in the bio somewhere up here. Okay, it's a complete course. It's everything that you will need to learn how to transform anxiety on your own. Okay, it's all there. So the second thing I ask you is that when you register in that course and you start using it and you get benefits, share it with somebody. It's not cost you anything. You can just share the link with somebody else and let them benefit as well, a friend or a family member. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. Please put the numbers down below, get on the link and go and start transforming your anxiety just like those other people did. Lots of luck.